Tony's Topics. Tony's. What's happening, folks? My name is Tony. Welcome to Tony's Topics. What do I want to talk about today? The NBA. Okay, so last night there were some great games on, and honestly, I might have to say that the games kind of went the way I wanted to for various reasons. All right, starting in first off, the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the LA Clippers. I'm a fan of both teams. But if you haven't watched me before, I'm tired of Doc Rivers messing up, okay? He should have put Spencer Hawes in the starting lineup a long time ago at the power forward, and he should have moved Blake Griffin to the small forward. Because the matchup you really want to see when you see the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Clippers is you want to see Blake Griffin fighting LeBron James. That's what you want to see. That's what you pay to see. But no. All day long, he's got to treat Blake Griffin like the power forward. Whatever. Okay, so anyway it goes. The Clippers took I'm happy that the Clippers lost because I wanted to wake up Doc Rivers. I want Doc Rivers to realize, hey, Blake Griffin needs to be my small forward. Now you're like, what? That's crazy. Matt Barnes had 17 points. Yeah. That time, Matt Barnes had 17 points. Recently, Matt Barnes has had 3 really great games where he scored over 15 points. But we all know that's not the regular Matt Barnes. For the most part, this guy typically has a hard time scoring over 10 points a game. Now, I'm like, you're happy that Matt Barnes is scoring, and make no doubt, put Matt Barnes in the rotation. Get that man his time. Get that man his minutes. But the Clippers squad is just so stacked. Like, I saw this trade why Doc Rivers went out and got his son to play for him and stuff, or now how he's trying to get Nate Robinson. But the bottom line is, nobody gets to... Oh, okay, let's just talk about the Clippers. Chris Paul at point guard. That guy's getting 30-plus minutes a night, 30 to 36, the end. J.J. Redick at shooting guard. That guy needs to be getting 30 to 36 minutes a night. He can get you 15 points a game. Jamal Crawford has to get 24 minutes a game. He's averaging 20 points a game. Okay, let me see here. DeAndre Jordan, arguably one of the best centers in the league, he's got to get 30 to 36 minutes per night. Okay, Blake Griffin, the star, he's got to get 30 to 36 minutes per night. So that leaves your small forward position. Now I'm saying Blake Griffin needs to be a small forward. You can move my boy Spencer Hawes into power forward. You put Glenn Davis in rotation at power forward. Because Glenn Davis, I mean, honestly, what that guy weighs, he might not have the height, but he is 6'9". But whatever he lacks in height, he definitely makes up for it in power. Okay, he's like a short Shaq. All right, so you really need to play him, and he scores great. So I know Coach Doc Rivers is obsessed with Matt Barnes, but I mean, what's Matt Barnes going to do against LeBron James? Really? Good defense, I'm sure, but I'm sorry. Matt Barnes is the backup small forward. The end. Or you can run him as shooting guard, but like I said already, the shooting guard position is completely locked up between Jamal Crawford and J.J. Redick. And then you got to take away some point guard time to give it to one of those 2 guys, because those 2 guys are just too busted. Which is why I'm like, there's no real point in spending any money in a backup point guard. I mean, you got to have one, but it's not like he's going to get much play time. I think they were fine just keeping Farmer, really. So, I mean, because Farmer was a good guy. But anyway, so all I'm saying is I'm happy that the Clippers lost. Maybe it'll tell Doc, hey, I need to change some things around. Because the Clippers have lost way too many games this year to be as stacked as they are. I mean, it's ridiculous. You've got 5 guys that I just called off. Honestly, 6 guys that I've just called off who can average more than 10 points a game. But yet you're losing games left and right. Doc, will you please change it up before it's too late? Oh, otherwise, I mean, okay, you've built an amazing team. Now can you coach them properly? Take Matt Barnes out of the start before it's too late. On the other hand, Yay Cleveland! Told you should have put that boy Tristan Thompson in at starting position. That boy ain't gone off and got, 17 points and stuff in the absence of Kevin Love? What? Man, please. Mozgov is good, okay? But he's like the backup. He's the backup center / power forward. Well, center, really, But you put him in a rotation with him, Tristan Thompson, and Kevin Love. Tristan Thompson is exploding. Put that man in. He's going to get you 11 rebounds, 10 rebounds a night, and he's going to get you 10 points, but sometimes he explodes and gets you like 17. Okay? So give Tristan Thompson his time. There's no way he should have came out of the starting lineup. The guy hustles just too much. Mozgov is good. He's a good backup guy. great. You got that filled out. But honestly, again, I think you should have experimented with Brendan Haywood. Either way it goes. Happy to get Mozgov. Love the rebounds that the guy does, but he's not your starting center. Stop it. I mean, I know Tristan Thompson is 6'10", but you play him, okay? The guy's just got too much hustle and he scores too well. The end. So either way it goes, it looks like the Cleveland Cavaliers are a real threat now. Between J.R. Smith, who's far more consistent than Dion Waiters, it appears, between J.R. Smith, Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, Kevin Love, Tristan Thompson, you've got a threatening five. Your backups, you've got Sean Marion, you've got that kid Deladova, who's a pretty, he's a fair backup guy, and then, you run Mozgov as your backup power forward big man. Let's hope that the Cavaliers can save this season. All right. Let's see, anywhere else in basketball, I guess the Spurs showed last night that they're not done with, because, I mean, they've been looking a little weak all this season, but they got to win on my team, Portland, Hey, for my kids, again, with this Batum guy, how many times have I talked about the Nicholas Batum, Terry Stotts? Yeah, I mean, seriously, why you running this guy like he's just the stone cold nuts? It's just, I mean, seriously, 5 points. You gave him 30 minutes, and he only got 5 points. Will we ever learn? Let me see. Is there any other game worth reference? Memphis won over Orlando, of course. Detroit over Indianapolis. Indianapolis isn't anything these days, although it's nice to hear Paul George is coming back, or looking better. He's practicing. Brooklyn, Washington. That's a bit of a shocker. Washington took a loss to Brooklyn? What? Whoa, Washington, are we starting to show a sign of weakness? Or maybe we were just tired last night. Who knows? Okay, I don't watch Washington. I could care. I don't see them taking it all, but it's a good team. It's a good team. Toronto losing to the Hawks. Man, them Hawks are serious business, aren't they? But again, until Toronto gets back to DeMar DeRozan, is it real? Is it real is all I'm saying. So anyway it goes. Now, Golden State OKC. I told you Steve Kerr was starting to mess up with this whole not wanting to start David Lee thing. I mean, what, and I know everybody knows Durant Westbrook, right? But I'm like, let's just look at what's really going on. What's really going on with the fact that Golden State's not getting it done? Okay, Harrison Barnes did his thing. D. Green was off a little bit. Okay. But he still got his rebounds or whatever. Spikes did his job, and I'm happy that Spikes finally got to start, getting the starting position again. Because I don't see how you run Andrew Bogut when Spikes is like getting 20 points a game. I mean, yes, I like the rebounding of Andrew Bogut, but Spikes is supposed to get the starting center job. I mean, deal with it. The team's changed up. I mean, Kerr has no problem not starting David Lee, but he wants to start Bogut. So, okay, whatever with that. And you better get David Lee back in the regular rotation, getting 30 minutes a night, or otherwise you're going to diminish your star player. I mean, you're just not playing him enough. So either way it goes, you took a loss to the Thunder, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the Thunder were just up to their old antics. But again, I'm really not watching the Thunder all that much because until Westbrook isn't the point guard anymore, why? That's my time. That's my topics.